Alright, let's do a pack one, pick one with the Zendikar Rising pack we opened the other day. So let's remove the token and the forced. Our rare is Verazol, the Split Current. One thing to note about this card is that it's each mana spent to cast it. So if X is 0, this is still a 2 mana 2/2, which is pretty good. The other ability is actually pretty relevant. With any kicker spell, Into the Royal is suddenly bounce 2 creatures and draw 2 cards. Yeah, every kicker spell is doubled and it copies the kicked effect as well. So this is a pretty strong card. Already looking pretty good. The only downside is that if I pick this first, I'm kind of hoping to get into green-blue, which kind of tough, but sometimes you just do it. Akum Warrior, which is also Akum Teeth. I like the double face cards because the opportunity cost of playing a tap land is very low and pretty minimal, really. And 6 mana 4/5 is great late game, but land is great early game, so it kind of fits either end of the spectrum. Yeah, if I were drafting, I would try to draft as many double face cards as I can and try to play them all because they're just so good, I think. So definitely have my eye on that as well. Shatter Skull Minotaur rewards you for having more party creatures, and even if this is a 5 mana 5/4 haste, that's pretty good. 4 mana is great. Yeah, it's a pretty strong pack so far. Base Camp, hard to justify playing this card unless every card or every spell, well, creature spell, was a party thing. Yeah, this is low on the pick list. Even then, you're kind of hoping for these in like pack 3. Sneaking Guide, party filler, usually irrelevant ability. It's just a 1 mana 1/1 most of the time. Nimana Sky Dancer, it's a pretty good rogue card. The flash flying is pretty good. You can do it at end of their turn, and a 2/1 flyer just does pretty good work. The mill is usually what you want in a rogue deck, so pretty good card for the blue-black rogue deck. Shell Shield, it's a meh combat trick. The kicker does help for the blue-green kicker deck, but usually you're not wanting these, you want more relevant kicker spells. Core Celebrant, pretty good blocker, and you do want that in the life gain cleric deck, the white-black one. But yeah, just overall solid card. Draga Visionary, same thing. Usually cards that say ETB draw a card are pretty good. And even 4 mana 3/2 is not bad. Pretty good stats. It trades with 3/3s, probably other 4-drops as well. Skyclave Sentinel. This is one of the better kicker cards. Yeah, because when you're on the back foot or kind of not drawing your land, 3 mana 2/3 Flying Defender is okay, but when you do get it kicked, it's much better because 7 mana for a 4/5 flyer is pretty good, and it'll present a reasonable clock on your opponent's life total. Fissure Wizard, really the only thing going for it is the wizard type. Rummaging away a land late game is okay, but otherwise it's a Goblin Piker, 2/1. Expedition Diviner, 4 mana 3/2 flying is already pretty good. If you do go into the wizard's theme, the die trigger is even better, so pretty solid common. Kazandu Nectar Pot, 2 mana 1/3, more of a sideboard card against the aggro deck. It just blocks and gains a little life, not that useful otherwise. Tormenting Voice, just another way to get rid of extra lands. They're very little reanimator cards or cards you want to discard, so this is something you want to pick up later. So given the pack, definitely have my eye on these two. Again, I said having Verazol means committing to 2 colors, but Akumar is pretty good because it is a double face card. I think my pack 1 pick 1 would actually be the Akum Warrior, just because it doesn't commit to a color, or it doesn't commit to 2 colors, and double face cards are just so good in this format, I think. So that's my pack one pick one. Let me know what you guys think.